Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new, if you're not new, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marina and today I am doing the part 2 to my previous video I made of my favorite music that has come out in 2021 slash the best music I think that has come out in 2021, but this is going to be the K-pop edition because I couldn't fit this into the other video without it probably ending up being like 2 hours long. So we're just going to get right into it because I have a lot to get to. But first things first, I didn't give this disclaimer on the last one because I didn't feel like I needed to, but this time I do because K-pop fans are crazy. If your fave is not in here, don't take it personally. I feel like that should be an obvious statement, but a lot of you guys do the most. So don't take it personally. I'm so serious. Like, it's just my opinion. Okay, cool, great. Second, my hair chose violence this morning. I don't know what's going on with it. This is the most tame it's probably gonna be throughout the video. So I apologize, but I don't know what else to do about it. So you guys are just gonna have to see it do whatever it's doing today and be okay with it. Yeah, with that being said, we're just gonna get into it because like I said, I have a lot to get through and I already feel like this video is gonna be like 10 years long. So without further ado, let's go. First album I'm gonna be talking about is one of the first albums that came out in 2021 that I feel like made a big impact on the rest of the music in 2021. Now that's a big statement, I know, but I don't know how else to word it. I feel like that's very accurate. I'm gonna be talking about Currencia by Chungha. It came out in like January, February, and let me just tell you guys, this really set the tone for my standards of K-pop music in 2021. It's really one of the best albums in general that I've heard in so long, and the fact that COVID has stopped my queen Chungha from performing these songs in concert is very ridiculous. Some of the best body of work I've heard in a long time in the K-pop industry. Like, she really left no crumbs. Insane. Now the album is long. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's not unreasonably long, but I feel like it's worth it. It's like 20-ish tracks, 21 tracks. I think they're all great. I think they're all worth it. That's just because like I love Chungha, so obviously like I'm biased, but she was releasing like pre-release singles all throughout 2020 to prepare us for this album, and even with those I still was not prepared for the 20 tracks that I got. So yeah, if you guys want, listen to it. My 3 recommendations are Play, which was one of the singles that she released in 2020, Dream of You, another single, a single that should be played on radio stations. I don't know why it's not, especially US radio stations. Like, that's a hit. That could easily be a chart-topping hit if her label pushed it, if the US were to give it a chance, but sadly, we don't live in a perfect world. Third recommendation is Bother Me. Underrated track. None of y'all talk about that track. The 5 people that I see talk about this album, y'all don't talk about Bother Me enough. Literally arguably best track on the album. It's also one of the shortest, but of course it is because artists love to play in my face. But yeah, those are my recommendations. Listen to Currencia. Next video I'm going to be talking about is from a girl group that has been eating up the other girls. Girl groups in general have been taking over K-pop, especially within the past like year or two. These rookie girl groups, a force to be reckoned with. The first one I'm going to be talking about is Everglow. Y'all already knew I was going to do this. Y'all know I'm like an Everglow stan. I'm a forever, if y'all don't know, now you know. The way that people were scared that they weren't going to be able to top La Di Da, which is fair, you know, because La Di Da was the song of the year last year. So I understand people's worries. And did first end up topping La Di Da? No, but it's like at the somewhat same level, if not a little under. They didn't give us like a La Di Da part 2. They give us something totally different. The concept for it, amazing. Like, they were ninjas. Are you kidding? The music video itself, arguably one of the best videos of the year. The song, one of the most epic songs I've ever heard in my life. Like, I don't understand how they did that. I don't understand how they continuously make great title tracks that don't sound similar to each other. Like, they change it up. They change up the sound, the concept, the looks. They change up everything every single time. So I knew I wasn't going to be disappointed. I knew, because we were waiting for the comeback. It took like 7-8 months for them to come back, and we were not disappointed. And not only did we get one comeback this year, we got two. The second comeback we got is for Pirate. The album was called Return of the Girl, and I have no idea what that means. I don't know why they chose that album title, but I feel like I've been returned. Two songs I would recommend from the album besides Pirate. Y'all have probably already heard Pirate. The girls who get it, get in. The girls who don't. I don't understand the pirate slander. Two songs I would recommend besides Pirate are Don't Speak, which could have arguably been the title track. Kind of wish they gave that one up to be the title track, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't Speak is a good B-side / subtitle track. Gave me la-di-da vibes, but like not. It's kind of perfect. Second one I chose was Company. I have no words for how this song makes me feel. They were kind of in their bag with this album, not gonna lie. Like, there's not one single skip. Don't get me wrong, Everglass a debatably like unskippable discography, but with this album in particular, they really went in the studio on a mission to make album of the year. And I don't know if they succeeded. That's up to everyone else to decide, but they were definitely on that mission. And Company, one of my favorite girl group songs of the year for sure. Next I'm going to be talking about is My Queen, someone I'm waiting to drop an album for so long. We all have been waiting. It's been what, like 15 years? It feels like 15 years. It probably is in the grand scheme of things. I'm going to be talking about CL's Alpha. Yeah. Y'all already know what time it is. CL is back. She's better than ever, and we should all be scared. We should all be scared, intimidated, frightened a little, but also excited. I'm excited. This album is just one of the first that she's gonna put out of her finally being able to be an independent solo artist, and I'm very excited, because from what this album has shown me, it's that she really does not give any single fucks. Like, she did everything and anything when it comes to the production, the lyricism, the flows. It was just everything that I wanted. Even the pre-release singles for this, like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to talk about it too much because I have a lot to get through, but Spicy, Lover Like Me, Taya Cherry, great choice for singles. Let It, debatable. It's not one of my favorites. It's actually probably arguably my least favorite on the album, but to have it as a single, the message of it was really good. Lover Like Me is one of my high recommendations. Like, people know that this is my song. Everyone who knows me knows this is my favorite single that she's released from this album. It's too perfect. So I'm glad that she made it into a single, and the video for it is really good. It's very simple, but it's very good. The other recommendation I have is Paradise. It's a hype anthem. I need to see her perform this in concert. I can visualize it in my head. Like, when the first time I heard this, I swear I saw the concert while I was hearing it for the first time. It's crazy. Whenever she drops those tour dates, I might go. Strong might, because COVID is out here in these streets. The COVID variants, COVID sisters, you know, they're wreaking havoc amongst the streets. So I might go to the concert, I might not, but I'm hoping that she will be smart and release tour dates after whenever COVID is gone, whenever that's gonna be. My third recommendation is 5 Star. This was a pre-release single that she released like a year ago, over a year ago. The song doesn't feature him, but the video has DPRE in, and it's of them looking like a couple, and people have been shipping them ever since. I know that they're just friends, guys. Like, don't get me wrong, they're just friends. But you can't tell me they have not explored each other's bodies. Listen to Alpha if you haven't already. Amazing album. She didn't come to play. Queen status for a reason. Next group I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be like going on a little spiel about them because 3 of their albums are in this list. So 2 albums and then 1 title track, but still this is probably going to take up a big chunk of this video. The group I'm going to be talking about is ATEEZ, and the first album I'm going to be mentioning is Feeber Part 2, arguably their best album. A lot of ATEEZ might not agree, but it's definitely up there. Like, y'all can have your debates all you want, but in my opinion, it's the best Feeber album for sure, and one of their best albums in general. And that's not a debate, in my opinion, because what other album has Take Me Home? Exactly. Mute. Quiet. No back talk. Fever Part 2, it was an era within itself. It was a fun era. Overall, the album itself just made me really happy. Like, it's something that I really needed in the year. And Fireworks, come on. A hyped anthem. It's so good. It's so good. The two songs I would recommend off of the Fever Part 2 album, Take Me Home, obviously, and The Leaders, because if you've listened to it, you already know. But if you haven't, if you really want hype anthem, something to make you feel good about yourself, but not in a corny way, like in the most trap, EDM, somewhat ghetto way possible, yeah, listen to The Leaders. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then the next song I'm going to talk about is Deja Vu from Fever Part 3. Now, Fever Part 3 is my least favorite album out of the Fever series. Their Fever era is over, so I can officially say that I think Fever Part 3 is my least favorite one, but Deja Vu is one of their best title tracks. We're not debating this, guys. We're not debating this. Everyone knows, even the people that don't stand ATs know. They kind of devoured, brought everything that they needed to do for Deja Vu. The video itself, pretty simple, but I enjoyed it. I liked the whole spy slash vampire thing that was going on. I don't really understand the concept. I'm also not into fan theory, so I was very confused. But the whole aesthetics were cute and pleasing, and they all looked really good. Plus, that was the first comeback with Mingi after 8 months. Yeah, it would be disrespectful for me to not put Deja Vu on the list. Are you kidding? The last album I'm going to be talking about is the Fever Epilogue album that came out a month ago, which concludes the whole Fever era that they've been doing for the past year. Over a year. It's been over a year, and they didn't disappoint. Granted, these are all songs we've heard before, other than like Turbulence, The Letter, and Be With You. Most of the songs we've already heard if you watched Queendom. Like the studio versions, they hit different. A lot of people were saying this is like 80s versions of the songs. Like, you know how Taylor Swift has like Taylor's version of her songs from back in the day? People are saying that this is 80s versions of this because Mnet isn't around to fuck it up. And I totally stand by that statement. Since I already heard these songs because I watched Queendom, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel listening to them again, because I listened to these songs already like at least 50 times since Queendom started, because I rewatched the performances as like a daily ritual of mine. So I didn't know what I was going to feel when I listened to the songs again, but a studio version of them, let me tell you, it's a totally different experience. I don't know how they did that. Maybe it's because Mingi's on the tracks. Maybe it's because Mingi is officially on all of the tracks that they perform for Queendom, but something about them just hit different. So I recommend every song on this. I'm not even joking, every single song, but especially The Real, Answer, Ode to Joy, and The Letter. The Letter was not performed on Queendom, but I think it's a really cute song. And yeah, I think that's my whole spiel about ATs. I wanted to get that very quick and out of the way because they kind of took over my whole entire 2021. Like, I would put every single album they released this year, because they released a lot of music this year. It took everything in me to not put every single one. But yeah, they kind of dominated this year. Like, the amount of songs that they released, ridiculously long. Like, their discography is getting longer and longer by the year. It's kind of scary, but I'm here for it. So yeah, AT's Kings of Fourth Generation. You already know how I feel. Let's move on. Next group is a girl group that the people have been asking for over a year. So when they finally came back, the world stopped. People were healing. The grass was greener, sun was brighter, air was fresher. We're gonna talk about Queendom by Red Velvet. The Queens. Let's talk, because they gave us Psycho and then they left, which was so rude. I know that they were waiting for Wendy to heal up and get better and blah, blah, blah. I get it, but I blame SM for everything. So SM will pay for their crimes. Red Velvet makes K-pop music that's supposed to sound like K-pop music. Like, they understand the assignment that they were given and they give it back to you, plus like tenfold, but not in a bad way. They give you exactly what you need. They give you K-pop music that sounds like a real K-pop music, and I love that. I've missed that. It's been over a year. My girls have been in the dungeon in the basement for over a year. Not really, because they've been doing like side projects and solos and stuff like that, but still, I needed OT5. Granted, I don't like Windy, but I needed OT5 just to feel something within myself. And Queendom did not disappoint me at all. The whole album was just so good. When I tell you the world stopped when Red Velvet came out, when the teasers were starting to drop, everyone was tuning in. Because it's just what happens when, you know, the queens arrive. You know, it's just what happens. Everyone knows the deal when Red Velvet steps into the building. So I feel like everyone has already listened to this. So me recommending it does nothing. But in case you have not, I'm gonna recommend a few songs. Hello Sunset, the outro to the album. Red Velvet does everything well, but especially their Velvet side, their Velvet R&B side, too good for words. It's kind of ridiculous that we haven't gotten like a real Velvet title track in so long. Now, mind you, when I say Velvet, I mean like their actual R&B stuff. Bad Boy could be considered Velvet, sure. I'm talking about Be Natural. I'm talking about Automatic. I'm talking about my real Velvet side. I would have done anything to have Hello Sunset be somewhat of a subtitle track, but instead we got Pose. Nothing against Pose, but it's not Hello Sunset. So yeah, Hello Sunset is my favorite song on the album, so I will recommend that for sure. Better Be is also really good. I'd say it's another somewhat Velvet's. It's on their Velvet side. It's a little poppy, but it's really, really good. And then their most red poppy song on this album, Queendom. Though Pose might be the contender for that one, but Queendom is definitely on the poppy side, but I would recommend it because it's fun. It's a song for the girls and the guys, the kings and the queens. Yeah, they kind of ate that up. Next group I'm going to talk about is a rookie girl group that has debuted this year and has left such like an impact on me. Like, I was stunned when I first saw them with their debut, and then they had a comeback this year that even left me, like, I was shocked. So we're going to talk about Purple Kiss. Okay, we're going to start off with Panzona. Tell me any other group that has a debut like this. I will literally wait. Tell me any other girl group specifically that has a debut like this. I will wait, and I feel like I'll be waiting well because y'all have nothing. Y'all have nothing on my sisters right here. They kind of brought everything that needed to be brought to the table, and everyone should be scared. I don't really know what they were going for the video. Whenever I think back on the video, I get creeped out, I get a little spooked, and I get confused. But they brought what needed to be brought. So that's all that matters to me. From the choreo, to the song production, to the lyrics of the song. Because I feel like the lyrics, and y'all don't talk about those enough. The fact that they made that song when they were trainees, are you kidding me? When they wrote it, produced it, did that all when they were trainees. They're kind of sick. Like, Panzona set the bar for rookie groups, in my opinion. Boys and girls, everyone alike, y'all need to take notes. And then we go to their comeback, Zombie. Did it top Panzona? No, but it's one of the best girl group songs of the year. Zombie, now we were all confused because we were like, why are y'all doing a Halloween concept in September? You're a little early. But you know what? We took it. We took it and we ate it up, because what else are we supposed to do when we get this excellent? It's one of the catchiest songs I've ever heard in my life. I sometimes get it stuck in my head, and it's in my head for the rest of the day. It's only a few girl group songs have done that to me. One of them is Dum Dum by Red Velvet, because once you hear it once, you kind of get it stuck in your head for the rest of eternity. Zombie does that to me. They know the blueprint. They know it like the back of their hand, and no one else is really doing it like them. The girls have been eating up the boys this year. I'm sorry, I don't know if anyone has said it. I don't know if y'all are scared to say it, but I'm not scared to say it. The girl groups are eating up the boys, and the boys need to take notes. And that's that on that. So yeah, Purple Kiss, I will keep a lookout for them. I won't say like I'm a hardcore stan yet, but my interest has peaked a little. Like, I want to see what they can do. Next, I'm gonna talk about artist I mentioned in my previous music video before this one, but I saved his album for this video because it's technically K-pop, whereas the other artist was not. I'm going to be talking about DPR Live's I love this album so much. Kind of made my summer a lot better than what it actually was. Like, I don't know how DPR does it. They do it every time they release something. It's very confusing how they do this. But DPR Live especially, like, one of the best summer albums to exist as of 2021. A lot of people pay DPR dust. DPR Live did what he had to do with this. And all the songs on this album are fun. I would say give it a listen if you haven't already. Many people know of DPR, but they just don't listen to any of the music for some reason, which is so confusing. Like, I hear people talk about DPR all the time, but yet when it comes to their music, nothing. That's so weird. Let me recommend you some off the album. So we have Boom, that features DPR Ian, because obviously, if you guys thought I wouldn't recommend this, y'all don't know me at all. I love this song, not just because DPR Ian is on it, and y'all know that's my husband. It's one of the reasons, but also because like the lyrics are kind of sad, but the song isn't. Like, the lyrics are kind of funny. They're basically calling out the woman in their life that's been playing them all this time, like teasing them, not committing or anything, and it's just them being angsty about it, and I love it. It's an acoustic song. I like it. Yeah, listen to it. It also has the video. The video connects with the Summer Tights video, which I'm about to recommend. Summer Tights is a good song. It's a really good song. Watch the video. I don't know what's going on in the video. I don't get it. It's just a fun video. And after Summer Tights plays, Boom plays at the end, and Ian is in the video. I'm telling you guys this now as a warning because I wasn't warned. I had no idea that the videos were connected, and I'm still kind of scarred to this day. So that's a warning. The third recommendation I have is the leading single, I believe. If not the leading single, then the best single out of the two, Hula Hoops, which features Benzino and Hwaza from Mamamoo. I'm not a fan of Hwaza. I do like Benzino. I think that they did a good job on this song. They sounded really good with DPR Live, and I liked it a lot. I played this throughout the whole entire summer. Really good song. Highly recommend. I could talk about this album for ages, so I kind of have to move on very quickly, but yeah, listen to it if you haven't already. It's really good. Next album I'm going to talk about is a recent album that came out, but also not. It came out like a few weeks ago, and I still haven't recovered. We're going to talk about Formula of Love by Twice. That's not the full title, but I don't feel like saying the full title. Twice dropped their second full album, I believe, and they ate the girls up. When this dropped, I was tuning in. Duh. And was I disappointed? Of course not. Come on now. Y'all already know. There's not a single bad song on this album, and I wasn't expecting there to be, but the fact that I can play it straight through and not skip a single song, wow. And I think there are like in total 15 tracks on this album. I can't skip a single one because they're just too good. That's crazy. Now, Scientist as the title track was a choice that was made, but I don't dislike the song. I know a lot of people say that it's one of Twice's worst title tracks. That's a bit of a stretch. It's not my favorite, and that's okay. The songs that I would recommend off of this album: Icon, Hello, and Last Waltz. Icon, they had something to say. They had many statements. They had to tell y'all straight up that you aren't on their level. And I respect that. You know, I respect that because at least they're self-aware. What I would do to see that live, but sadly they're not coming at any stops near me, and that kind of breaks my heart. So I don't want to talk about that too long. Other song I recommend is Hello. I think this is they did like sub-unit songs. I'm pretty sure this is the song with Momo, Nayeon, and Chaeyoung, ? This song I think is my favorite sub-unit song that they had on the album because the girls ate it up. The girl, like, they got ghetto, and I appreciate that. I do. And then Last Waltz, fun. It's fun. The production is interesting. I still don't know how to feel about it, but it's one on my recommendations because the production is the way it is. Like, it's not boring. You won't get bored listening to that song. Every time you think you understand what's going on, they switch it up, and it leaves you on your toes. I like that a lot, so I'm gonna put it in my recommendations. And then the other song I have on here, that was my favorite this year from Twice, is Alcohol Free. This is one of my favorite Twice title tracks. Gonna be real, gonna be honest, y'all don't have it in the same regards as I do, like the highest. I put it in the highest regards possible. Y'all don't have it up there, and one day you guys will see the light, but I'm just here to tell you how I feel in this moment. Alcohol Free is one of the best Twice title tracks in my opinion. It's so good. Like, they kind of ran the summer with that song. They had no business putting out a song that good for the summer, but they did. And the mini album was cute too. Was it one of my favorites? No, so that's why it's not on the list. But Alcohol Free is too good to not be on this list, so yeah. Next song I have by a solo artist is Alexa's Extra. Now, y'all sleep on Alexa, and I get it, some of her songs are hit or miss, but this one is really, really good. It might take you until the second time to understand what's going on, but this is a really good song. Very, very good. It's another summer song. It's different from her other ones, and I think that's why I feel like most people would like it a lot more. The video kind of gave me Y2K vibes, which I liked. I like the whole Y2K aesthetic. I think it's super cute. The song itself, like I said, weird but different, and I feel like because it's different, a lot of people will resonate with it better. She only came out with this year, which I was kind of disappointed by. I thought that she would come out with a little bit more, but it's fine. It's fine. Extra is a really good song. It's not featuring BM, despite what the title says. I remember people were so confused. It was like, it says that BM is in the song, but no, he's just in the music video, so don't get confused by that. Next album I have is by my other 4th gen kings, TXT's The Chaos Chapter, Fight or Escape. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Recommendations right off the bat. Anti-romantic, I Know I Love You, Dear Sputnik. Sputnik. However you pronounce it. Yeah, I'm not debating with any of you, because why? Why? Out of the 2 title tracks, I Know I Love You definitely beats out Loser Lover for me. Y'all can argue about that. I'm not gonna argue with you. Anti-romantic, are you kidding? I would be a fool to not put this in my recommendations. It kind of left everyone speechless. So angsty, somewhat depressing, but I can't make it not bop. For them to start off the album this way is kind of sick. Like, they really told y'all straight up they don't believe in love. Heart's been broke too many times. Y'all can't fix it. And I was like, wow, okay. I get them. I see them. I understand them. Those are my boys. Yeah, and then Dear Sputnik. I don't know what they were doing in that studio, because I know that they produced like most, if not all, of these songs. They were kind of going crazy with this one. I have no idea how else to explain it other than that. It's kind of just chaos and vibes, and I like it, so I put it on here, and y'all won't understand it until you like, how do you explain this? You really won't understand it until you listen to it. This album is the repackaged version of the previous one, so they've been promoting these songs for the past like 6 months, and I'm okay with that, because the songs on this album hit. Every single one. There's not a single skip, but this is TXT we're talking about, so I didn't think that there would be a skip on it. Moving on to my girls, my other 4th gen queens, dare I say. Stacy girls, it's going down. Let's talk about it, guys. But Stacy is one of my top girl groups right now. Yeah, ASAP, one of the best songs of the year. Let's not even debate, because y'all had so much negative stuff to say. Meanwhile, I was vibing. ASAP, you either get it or you don't, and I can't save you if you don't. Like, you need saving if you don't like the song. So I was already in their clutches with ASAP, okay? But then the Stereotype album dropped. Stereotype itself, amazing, but that album, are you kidding? Stereotype itself is song of the year. There's no debate about that. Everyone is kind of in agreement. Everyone that has heard that song is in agreement that it's the best song that has come out this year. And then if we're gonna talk about recommendations on this album, I would highly recommend every song. Like, I'm not even joking, every single song. But if I had to choose, I would choose Stereotype and Complex, because Complex, best song on the album. There's no arguing with me over that, guys. I'm sorry. My thoughts cannot be changed. It's too good. And I think everyone is in agreement. Everyone that has listened to this album puts a Complex at their top. Like, it's one of their best songs to date. And they've only been around for a year. Every single thing that they put out has been amazing. Granted, the ASAP album, I think the album was called Queendom, wasn't my favorite, but the B-sides were okay. For like their first comeback, I've heard a lot worse, okay? Like, it's really good. But this Stereotype album, however, y'all ain't touching her. Stacey understands the assignment, and I don't know what it is. I think it's because they're signed to a label that's ran by the same producers that made like all of the bops for girl groups. Like the producers made Twice as Fancy. I know that they made A Pink's Dun Dun, like not Dun 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 Dun. How you pronounce it? Like the producers that they are signed to have written bops for other groups. So the fact that they're signed to them, they kind of have the secret weapon. They kind of have the key to unlock everything great about K-pop. Because those producers eat it up every single time. I don't remember their names though, and I feel so bad. But yeah, they have the secret weapon. I don't think they will ever release a bad song, and that's kind of scary. Like, it's only up from here, and I'm so scared, but I'm so excited. Moving on, we're gonna talk about SHINee because it would be disrespectful of me not to put Kings on the list. They've been gone for a while. A while meaning like 2 years, I think 2 or 3, but it felt like eternity. They came back with Don't Call Me, and y'all had a lot to say about this song too. The girls who get it in, the girls who don't. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about Don't Call Me. It's a great song. Come on guys. It's not the best song on the album though. The best songs of the album are Code, Heart Attack, and Body Rhythm. And yes, those are the ones I'm going to recommend because, hello. If you listen to the album, you already know. I feel like most people have these 3 on their top 5. There's no really debating about it. Y'all can say what you want, but there's no playing when it comes to SHINee ever. So moving on. Speaking of SHINee, let's talk about Taemin. Taemin will be missed. He's off doing his military things. I miss him so much. I wish he was around, but he left us with advice. So I'm going to talk about it. Yeah, one of the best songs to come out this year, but it's from Taemin. So y'all already knew. Advice is so good. He wasn't playing when it came to the song or the choreography. I look at the choreography and I get whiplash because the amount of moves that he does in like 5 seconds with his hands, with his body, like that choreo hits different. The way that he grew his hair out for that era, it was just really good. It was too good, and I need him to put out something else immediately. Like I need him back from the military ASAP. Sorry. Yeah, I need him back because how can he just leave us with advice and then go? I'm tired of military men doing that because the next person I'm going to talk about is Baekhyun, who is also off in the military, and he left us with Bambi. He left us with one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life and then left. No live stages, no nothing. I'm sick to my stomach. Yeah, Bambi is for grown people. Arguably his other album / title tracks are too, but Bambi is really like a grown folk song. Love making song. Ooh, songs I would recommend: Bambi, Cry for Love, All I Got. Baekhyun, if you are watching this, I doubt it, but if any SM representative, executive is watching this, once that man gets out of the military, I'm gonna need y'all to put him on a stage immediately so he can perform Cry for Love and All I Got, because the fact that y'all didn't let him perform anything, just sent him off as soon as he dropped the album, is so sick. And you will be dealt with for your crimes. You couldn't put it off at least one more day. You've already put it off for years at this point. You couldn't have put it off for at least a day or two so he could perform this masterpiece. Cry for Love is like it's unnecessarily amazing. It's like he didn't have to go to the studio and do what he did for those songs, but he did, and now I'm just supposed to sit here for like the next year and wait for him to perform them. That's so evil. Like, Baekhyun, please come back. I need these songs to be performed. I need that in my life, and you're the only one that can give it to me, so come back. Next artist, solo artist I'm going to talk about is Sunmi. She released You Can't Sit With Us this year, and there were a lot of polarizing thoughts on this, okay? I like it a lot. Maybe I love it. I don't know. I like it enough to put it on this list because it gets stuck in my head a lot more than I would like it to be. So by that, I'd say it's a pretty good song. That and the music video is one of the best of this year. Music video is kind of iconic. I don't know what else y'all want me to say about that. People were turned off by the song was because of the rap verse that was in there, and I agree. The rap verse was not good. She did not need to put it in there. Sunmi's not a rapper. She did not need to put it in there, but did it ruin the whole song for me? No. I thought it was great. I thought the video was fun. Digipetty worked on that video. Digipetty also worked on ATEEZ's The Real video. Digipetty is kind of the hero of 2021 because every video that they have worked on has been just excellent. Like a whole movie, a cinematic experience. Digipetty, you will get your flowers. Don't you even worry about it. Next group I'm going to be talking about is Nct Dream. They released Hello Future this year, and such a feel-good, great song. I mentioned this during my Mama review, I think. I love Hello Future. I think it's so fun. I think it's so cute, so fun, and it just instant serotonin boost. And the album, Hello Future is a repackaged album of their hot sauce album thing. Yeah, this album is really good. Nothing else to really say about it. I love Nct Dream out of all the sub-units, I think the most. Besides Wavy, they make some of the best B-sides out of every NCT unit. They just make the best songs. So whether y'all willing to admit that or not, it's okay. I'll do it for you because some of y'all are in denial. I'm going to just recommend you a few in case you're going to be in denial and just you refuse, but you're still curious. The few that I would recommend are Dive Into You, Countdown 3, 2, 1, and ANL. Not anal, ANL. Because a lot of people were saying anal and it's not that, it's ANL. I don't get it mixed up. Next NCT unit I'm going to be talking about is NCT 127 Favorite. The song, not the album. The song, one of their best. Y'all already know how I feel about this. I mentioned it in my Mama review, so I'm not going to go too much into it, but yeah. One of NCT in general, not just NCT 127, it's one of NCT's best title tracks. And the fact that they used that for a repackaged album, kind of sick. Like, what's up with these repackaged album title tracks being better than the original album title tracks? What's up? Like, what's good? Next, I'm going to be talking about another rookie girl group that debuted this year and has left the biggest impact on me today. These girls are crazy. I want to talk about Pixie because no one else is, and I'm sick to my stomach because they deserve a lot more. They debuted this year and then they had 2 comebacks plus a holiday single that released, and no one has been talking about them all year long, and I'm sick. So I'm gonna give them their praise where credit is due because this is getting out of hand. They debuted with Wings. Amazing. Like, if that song isn't stuck in your head by the end of it, then I don't know, you're just weird. Because the production on it, crazy. The video itself, dark and weird, but it left an impact. It left something to be remembered. So I was already anticipating their comeback because they only released a debut single, no mini album. So I was like, what's going on? They come back with Let Me Know. And Let Me Know's on the album Fairy Forest Bravery, which has some of my favorite title tracks that they've ever come out with. Insomnia and Let Me Know. Those are my 2 recommendations. Let Me Know is the title track. It's not my favorite title track, but it is good. Like, they didn't disappoint. I was scared. I was like, is Wings gonna be their best one? No, it's not. It's not. Insomnia, one of the best girl group songs I've heard this year from a rookie group, and they were only like 3 days out the gate. They're kind of crazy. They've only been out here for 3 days and they released Insomnia. And then Fairy Forest Temptation, their second comeback that they released during October. I was hoping that they would have an October comeback because they're kind of born to do a Halloween spooky themed concept. These girls are like, the dark concept they have down. They're really good with the whole spooky dark theme concepts. Like, their videos have me spooked every time. So when I found out they were gonna have a comeback in October, I knew that they weren't gonna disappoint, and they didn't, because they came back with Addicted. One of the best, if not the best, rookie girl group song of 2021. And I will fight anyone else. I will fight all of y'all on that. Because no one else is doing it like this song. No one else has this. And y'all won't get it. Y'all won't get it unless you listen to it. Watch the video, listen to the song, you will understand. And then they also have Bewitched on this album. Yeah. And Bewitched also has a video too, because people were rioting in the streets saying y'all better give a video for this, and guess what? They did. So yeah, they're just out here doing the damn thing. I'm so proud of them. I am so proud. And then they also released a song a few weeks ago for the holiday season, Call Me. And it's actually a cute song. They have yet to do a cute concept, so I was very surprised. I was scared, but I listened to it anyway, and it's still the production, whoever their producers are, outdoing everyone else. Like, I was scared. I was like, oh, they've never done a cute concept. I was like, this might be cute for the holidays, but I don't know. Like, I was scared. And it's arguably not even a holiday song. Like, I play that shit like all the time. And yes, it's the holiday season, but I can see myself playing it all year round. Like it didn't feel like a holiday song. I don't know how they did that, but it's too good. Y'all need to stand Pixie. I've been saying it since like what, March, since they debut. Y'all need to stand Pixie. I'm sick of repeating myself. Stand Pixie. Another girl group I'm going to be talking about is ITZY. These are my girls, my it girls. You already know how I feel about them. I already mentioned in my mama video that they will be in this video because they've been releasing too much good music this year for me to not put them in here. So I'm just going to go about this briefly and quickly, okay? We're going to talk about Guess Who, and we're going to talk about Crazy in Love, the 2 albums that they have dropped this year with no skips. Guess Who has Mafia in the Morning and Shoot. Yes, those 2 songs are the ones I'm going to recommend because Shoot, too short. I would like an extended version, a deluxe extended version of Shoot, because it ended very abruptly. It ended with no warning, and I'm confused. Mafia in the Morning, their best title track. That's probably an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to stick to it. It's their best title track, though Loco might be second. Speaking of Loco, let's go on to Crazy in Love, the album. You know, it's one thing to release Mafia in the Morning this year, but to release Loco, like, they're crazy, and then have a full album with it, like, they're kind of insane. These girls don't play around. They haven't been playing around since debut, but they were definitely not playing around this year. They need to let y'all know that they weren't the ones. They are not the ones to be messed with. Crazy in Love, 3 recommendations. Gas Me Up, because they got ghetto and cute. Love it. It's also the shortest song on the album. Fix that immediately. Love Is, cute, great song. It's so cute. It'll make you feel happy inside. Just listen to it. And then Chillin', I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, those are my 3. I think this is the first, okay. Yeah, those are arguably the 3 best songs in my opinion on the album. Though this album has no skips, so it's debatable on which are the best. It kind of rotates every other day for me. Every time I listen to this album, it rotates. But those are my top 3 for right now. Those are my recommendations for right now. On to the last person I'm going to be talking about in this video. Kai. Kai released his second mini album, Peaches. He came to save the music industry. He heard our calls. He heard our cries. And he came back with Peaches. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what the song sounds like. If you don't, why not? Go listen to it. Expectations were already high. We were like, Kai's not gonna disappoint. He came out with last year, and that mini album was so good that it was criminal. So we knew that his second one was gonna be even better. But I didn't know to what extent. Like, I was not prepared. No matter how much hype I gave this album, I was not prepared for when it actually dropped. So 3 songs to recommend. Domino, Come In, Peaches. Arguably the best 3. Y'all can debate that all you like, but those are my top 3. Kai is just a force to be reckoned with. He's kind of legendary. He will make a name for himself with his solo career. I feel it in the air. He just gives me everything I want. Him and Baekhyun are kind of the forces to be reckoned with when it comes to EXO solo careers. They give you the acoustics and the R&B vibes that you didn't know that you want, but you needed anyway, and they give it to you on a silver platter, and then they leave for like a year, and then they come back even stronger. So yeah, Kai did what he had to do with this one, but we already knew from the video aesthetics to the concept in general. Like, the video for Peaches is beautiful. I really recommend, if you haven't watched it, you go watch it, because he wasn't playing around. The production team was not playing around. One of the most beautiful videos of the year. That being said, I am done. This was a long video. If you enjoyed it, thank you. If you did not, I'm sorry. If your faves were not in here, I'm sorry, but I'm also not. Tell me what your favorite music was this year. Leave it in the comments below. If you'd like to talk to me on social media, here it is. I mostly interact on Twitter, but if you'd like to follow me on all my other social medias, they will be linked in the description below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.